A lot of parents only want perfect children, only want completely able children, only want neurotypical children, only want children that fit strictly down the straight and narrow. Is what it is. Let's talk about this comment. I have also noticed that parents can have their ideal child in mind and will regret their child when it isn't perfect. Could not agree more. This is a comment in a video that I made about how a lot of men see children as property instead of people. How do I know this? Because they literally scream it in my comment section. And I share those comments in that video. But anyway, let's talk about this comment right here. Also, I'm going to continue combing out my hair. Pray for me. So let's discuss. There is an ideal child in mind that a lot of people think about. Now, depending on what your background is, there could be some slight variation. For example, if you're white, you could be expecting your child to be white. If you're black, you could be expecting your child to be black. Now, depending on what kind of community you come from, could there also be, colorism, texturism? There's a lot of people. I have heard so many men say this out loud, about how they do with women of other cultures and expect their child to come out with like lighter skin or like a certain texture of hair or certain features. And then they forget that, not all children, you can't copy and paste an idea of a mixed kid. That's a conversation for another day. But let's go back to this idea of the perfect child. Because when you sign up to be a parent, you are signing up for your kid, however that kid shows up. You could come from a loud, boisterous family and your child comes with their own personality. They could be quieter. They could be more introverted. All right. And that's a small thing. But also sometimes kids are born with disabilities. Sometimes, whether that's physical, a learning disability, sometimes kids are born with different kinds of imbalances. Sometimes kids are born and immediately are sent to the NICU. A lot of the times parenthood, the reality of parenthood isn't what you actually, the idea versus the reality of parenthood vary drastically. There's no one copy and paste, right? And this is coming from somebody who, yes, I'm not a parent, but I have parented too many kids throughout my life to not be able to speak on these things. When considering if you want to be a parent, I'm now currently speaking to the people that are kind of on the fence as to, I don't know if I want to be a parent or not. I'm not sure. There could be familial pressure. There could be pressure within your relationship. It could be internalized, whatever. But you're on the fence. I don't know if I want to be a parent or not. Are you ready for whatever child you have? Whatever child you have. Are you financially ready for whatever child you have? Are you emotionally ready for whatever child you have? Because that kid will be here. If you want that kid's going to be here. Most of the time, unless there's like a medical situation or whatever. But are you ready for that? Are you ready to... Because not a lot of kids come and need a little extra help or a lot of extra help. Are you ready to be a parent to whatever kid comes your way? Because you can't cherry pick a child's personality, ability level, the amount of help that they're going to need, the level of intelligence, their features. You can't do that. And if you want to build a baby, then you probably shouldn't be a parent because there's only so much that you can build. Generally, if you're building a baby, because that's a thing, in case you weren't sure. And just in case you're not sure, let me read you a nice little article about it. This is from The Crimson, which is the paper of Harvard University. Technology has reached the point where we can customize children as if they were Build-A-Bears. Would you like eye color, #00FFFF? turquoise, or maybe you're looking for a less traditional #00FF00 pastel green. Might I suggest size 6'1" height for your darling boy? Or maybe you'd like to explore our assortment of bundled offerings. If you act now, you can get the above average baseball player package 50% off. Thanks to the new application of pre-implantation genetic diagnosis, PGD, choosing many of a child's characteristics is now possible, according to Dr. Jeffrey Steinberg of Los Angeles-based IVF Fertility Center. Using PGD, Steinberg, and the company have claimed to be able to screen for certain cosmetic characteristics, such as hair and eye color, and to modify them. The article goes on, but that was in 2009. That was in 2009. A lot of technological advances have been made so far. The ethics behind that are, I'm not even going to say questionable, terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. It's giving Gattaca. We've all seen that in, middle school and high school chemistry classes. But yeah, you can, let's say that you do even try to build a baby. Sure, you can choose their eye color, and you can think, oh, I put so much money, put so much investment into how this baby is going to look. I need them to act in a certain way. They need to behave in a certain way. I now have if you're building a baby, you have expectations of that baby. When you have a baby, when you create a baby, you can't have expectations on whoever enters the world. They're a new person. They could be exactly like you. They could be nothing like you. They could be like nobody you've ever met before. In fact, they are nobody that you've ever met before because they just got here. Oh my goodness. And a lot of people have expectations of these babies. I expect you to be able to talk by a certain age. I expect you to be able to walk by a certain age. I expect you to behave in this way. I expect you to look like No, that baby just got here. And you have to be able to take care of and love and nurture whoever walks out of your uterus. Plain and simple is what it is. And if you don't think you can do that, then please, maybe parenthood is not for you. And that's fine. For different reasons, parenthood is not for me. Am I excited to take whatever niece and nephews I have on exploratory trips to Zimbabwe if they start to act up with their mother or father or parent or whatever? Oh, Mom, you just don't understand me. Mom, I need some time away. Great, go with Auntie Shani. You're going to be feeding elephants for the next few months of summer vacation. Oh my God, don't do that to me. Give me the baby. Bring walking shoes. That's my personal calling in life. That's what I'm here for. And I'm very excited about, that was probably not the smartest decision. Okay, it's just getting worse. We're gonna work through that. Oh, right, okay, one second. All I'm saying is that people that want a perfect child, parenthood doesn't sound like it's for you. Parenthood just doesn't sound like, because that baby's a person and no person is perfect. Is what it is. And sure, they could look perfect and behave perfectly when they're born. Then they grow up. Things get messy. Almost immediately, because they will be pooping everywhere. But even outside of that, things get messy. Are you prepared? Are you prepared for the wholeness of a person and all of the mess, and to be able to cultivate them from the ground up in their lack of perfection? Why? Once again, because they're people. Are you ready for that? If the answer is no, then strap up. Take your birth control. You want some free birth control? I've got a bunch of shorts, YouTube shorts. Free. If you're looking at some babies and you're like, ooh, just tap in. I got you. Like, share, subscribe, all those things. I'm going to talk to you later.